Hello everybody, Mr. Camslayer here with a brand new mock showcase. Today's build is based off Sonic Frontiers, which is a pretty good game. If you haven't played it, you should probably go and play it. So yeah, let's get into the mock. So this mock is pretty tall. It's kind of hard to get it all in one shot, but it's obviously the throne build or the portal build, which, you know, those appear quite often in the game itself. You know, they're used to transport you into cyberspace, which a lot of people have a lot of different controversial opinions about cyberspace, but I think it was a neat feature to include. Obviously this build uses a lot of gray. I decided to use gray because, I mean, that's the closest color to the build itself, and I mixed that in with, you know, the light gray and some of the dark gray, and then adding some plant elements in as well, just as decoration, as well as, you know, adding in some of the reds and the blacks to kind of emphasize that it is, you know, built by the ancients or something like that, that it's in some way not just a piece of stone. But it does look a bit bland because it is completely gray, so it blends into the background a bit, but I think I did a pretty good job of, you know, changing out the textures, things like that, making it a bit interesting to look at so that you're not just looking at one big gray throne or something like that. So starting at the bottom here, we'll kind of come down here. I've got Sonic here just as a reference to the size of this thing. I tried to scale it as best as I could to what it actually is in game. Now obviously this, I think, chair is going to be a lot smaller than what it is in game. It's actually, they're pretty huge in game, funny enough. So we'll move Sonic there, but you know, I kind of tried to scale him so that he would fit nicely here and be able to use the portal gear there, and I'll talk about kind of that space in a minute. But down here is kind of the front of the throne. This is, you know, obviously where I started the groundwork for this build. I didn't originally have a plate down here for any decoration. I was just building the throne itself, and once I finished that I was like, okay, maybe I should add something on the bottom. So down here we've got some decoration, just pretty basic stuff like some grass. You know, you've got a bit of texturing with some more like gray here, which again is bland, but spacing out with some greenery and stuff like that. It's supposed to look like ruins, essentially, or something like that. And then, you know, around here I've got a bit more plants, just a few pink flowers and stuff like that. Stuff to give it color and make it, you know, stand out a bit more. I'm really happy with how the front came out here. It looks quite nice. You may not be able to see with this in the way, but you know, you've got a really nice just kind of curving there into some angles and stuff like that. And down here especially, like, you've got how this is further back than this, you know, using some snot techniques. Same with the sides here. I think that those are literally the 2x2 type of whatever they are, the snot bricks or whatever. I don't know. And then on the sides here you've got kind of these angled pieces that stick out to help support it. Those are in game as well. I tried to make it as accurate as possible while building it, but obviously there's going to be some things that are a bit different, just given the pieces that I had and how much time I spent on it. So coming up to this chair area, or the seat area, you've got, you know, kind of a nice throne area. I kind of tried to get the shaping for, you know, this black platform here that is around the base of the throne, or like the back seat of the throne here. And if we get Sonic here, you know, he scales nicely with that kind of portal gear. And of course, for the portal gear, I had to use my all-time favorite piece, the web hinge, because I feel like that, you know, fits the sizing, and also I think it's a funny reference as well. Some of you will understand that, some of you won't. If you do understand that, let me know down in the comments. But again, yeah, I've got some nice detailing, stuff like that. We'll remove that. But I tried to just kind of get some of the details that the throne in game has, just with some of a few curved pieces or angled plates and things like that. And then, you know, you've got that big black streak here with a pointed end, which I think I did a pretty good job on. I'm really happy with that. And then I'm also happy with all of these little angles on the sides that stick out, make it look a bit more menacing. Those are also in game if you look at the model. So again, I'm trying to be as faithful to the design as I can. Now up here at the top, where this, if we can focus, where this kind of top part is, usually this is supposed to be black, this circle, but it's not. I just did it in a gray, which I think is okay. because I still think it looks nice. And then you've got some designs on the side, and then you've got your like antenna type things on the top, which, you know, supposedly you can assume, oh, they connect to the cyberspace network or whatever. I don't know. Now if I turn around back, it's very boring. Be prepared to be enthralled. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. Nothing crazy, because again, it's the back of the throne and I'm not really going to be displaying it from the back. So it's very basic. And again, using the parts that I had, I didn't want to go too crazy on it, but you know, you've got some design with mixing in with the dark grays and light grays, but nothing too crazy or anything like that. And down here, I definitely did a bit more detailing with kind of the, again, you know, you've got the snots, or the snot bricks here to help these stick out, and then just kind of this part sticking out of the back here, which, funny enough, you know, the in-game model has something back there too, and you know, these, like the armrests, they go all the way through from one side to the other. So yeah, again, I tried to make it as faithful as I could, while also, you know, keeping in mind what I had available to me, you know, piece-wise and stuff like that. So you know, we'll put that back. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers, I know I haven't talked about it much. I think it was a pretty good game. I played it. I played it on Switch, which is arguably the worst version to play it on. So I would definitely recommend that you play it on PC, or, you know, if you have a better console, for sure play it with something like that, because it was a very fun game, and you know, we can hope for more content like that from Sega in the future. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my quick, you know, mock build that I did. Again, as I said, I want to try and, you know, pump out a bit more content this year than I did last year, but it is, you know, difficult with things being busy, so keep in mind that I probably won't be posting too often. So yeah, maybe every few weeks or so. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, builds, you know, things like that, or you know, if you want how to build videos back again, or you know, just reviews or something like that, let me know down in the comments. Because yeah, I want to be back and doing stuff. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch y'all later.